Well, for more on the jobs figures that we've been reporting this morning, we're joined by Austan Goolsbee. He's the chairman of the Council of Economic Advisors, joining us from the White House. Austan, always good to talk to you, especially because I know it's a Friday. Yes. Okay, so this report, Austan, has got everybody scratching their heads, wondering what exactly is going on, how much the snow has factored into all of this. You within the White House, what are you looking for? I mean, how much validity do you put into this report? What clarification are you looking for?
Well, you know, I think you described it right. We got some uncertainties here, and some from the two different surveys. There's a survey of people and there's a survey of businesses, and they're giving slightly different signals. And the business survey is affected to some degree by the severe weather that occurred the week they did the survey. So I think overall it still shows progress continuing. We got plus 50,000 private sector jobs, a fairly sharp drop in the unemployment rate. Whatever the overall, it's clear that we continue to add jobs in the private sector. We've added more than 1 million in the last year, and it's not near enough. We've got to do more to keep getting the unemployment rate down and to keep getting people back to work.
Right, and I would say that those would then look at these numbers, and even though there's all these caveats with the snowstorms, would say that still the job creation is just not enough, though, to get that jobless rate below 8%, which is what the White House has been aiming for with all the spending.
Well, I would say, look, the unemployment rate is dropping, and in that survey is dropping not because people are leaving the labor force, but in the survey of individuals that there are jobs getting created. On the payroll survey side, which is the establishments where we saw the weaker than expected number, you know, we'll have to see what comes out. You never want to take any one month as being definitive. There's a lot of variability on both the unemployment rate and the payroll side. The president's outlined in the State of the Union and in his overall program, the way we're going to win the future is innovate, educate, and build in America. And so we got to just keep pressing ahead. It's good that the unemployment rate came down. We want the payroll jobs number to be bigger in a month where there isn't snow.
Right.
And next month hopefully will be bigger, but we've got to do more because this isn't enough.
Austan, let me tackle that, though, about the innovation and about spending more money to sort of spur that innovation, because we had the House Budget Committee Chairman Paul Ryan. He just released his plan for that current fiscal year, and in that plan, he cuts out about $32 billion for this fiscal year from the budget. So he proposes cutting $32 billion. I imagine that is going to bite into the economy and any plans to create jobs through that spending.
Well, I would say the president's budget is going to come out in a week or so, and in that budget, the president is going to show that he's clearly serious about fiscal responsibility in the country. The fiscal responsibility that we've got to address is in the medium run. The reason we have a big deficit this year is because we're coming out of the worst recession since 1929. We both agree the president's going to have cuts down to discretionary levels that were last seen under Eisenhower. The question is where to cut, and the president doesn't think you can cut the innovation, education, and the things that are the seed corn for growing the future. Okay.
Austan, before I leave you, though, I need to ask you about the events going on in Egypt. And, you know, we had a conversation earlier this week with Joseph Stiglitz, who says that he does see some spillover impact from Egypt into the U.S. economy through oil prices. What are you factoring in terms of any type of contagion from Egypt?
Well, you know, obviously we're monitoring this closely. You have not seen a severe impact on oil prices thus far, but we're certainly paying attention to that, and it's an area of concern.
But what if it spreads further? What if it spreads even more seriously to Jordan, to Yemen, to other parts of the Middle East?
Well, as I say, the primary direct impact on the economy would be through oil prices, so that's what we're trying to monitor.
All right. Austan, good to see you, as always.
Great to see you again.
Okay, Austan Goolsbee, the chair of the White House Council of Economic Advisors.